Hey guys, just wanted to give you a quick weekly outlook. What is going on next week? What do I have on my radar? Sorry for my voice, I'm sick. Let's jump right into it. These are all young ideas except one, meaning that price still has to convince us that there is actually something going on. Okay, so these are young trading ideas, but we need to see confirmations. They are not ready to enter yet. So we're gonna start on AUD CAD here, is already open. And AUD CAD right now is just, it has so much sell side liquidity. Look at these exact equals and look at what the hourly did here actually. Look at these stacked lows, man. This is so juicy. Look at this trend line also. I feel like this is just gonna, I don't know, man. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it gives a nice short setup. How does that look like? I'm hoping for something like this. Okay, maybe we sweep this here and then have an aggressive push below these lows. Okay, it has to be aggression, okay? Imbalance, you know the drill. Corrective up. Maybe we get a rejection that we can enter into shorts here. Another option would be if we sweep this as an inducement, okay? And then we can also maybe see a break of structure. So something like this. Aggression, okay? Sweeping another inducement here. Mitigation, rejection, lower. Something like this, okay? And the ultimate option that would also be nice, if we zoom a little more out, is maybe this, I don't know if it's gonna be this week or next week, but maybe we could also see something like this. We're gonna keep pushing upwards here, bullish until we sweep this as an inducement, mitigate these fair value gaps here, and then once more our entry drill, right? Break of structure, fair value gap, corrective up, rejection, take this lower. So this is what I mean by young ideas, okay? This is not ready to enter yet. Obviously, we have to wait. Price has to tell us which of these three possibilities is the most likely to play out, if any, and we have to wait for that clear setup happening. And if it doesn't happen, guess what? We're not gonna do anything. But one of these variants would definitely be interesting if it sets up. Next up is AUD CHF. Me being a complete idiot, I broke even here early because I was just basically pussying out. Would have been a nice winner. Wanted to take out these equal highs, stacked highs, and that's exactly what happened. Why we were doing that, we were forming a new trend line here, and to me it just, if it gives a nice setup, I see continuation shorts here. Look, we come into this order block here. This is the wrong preset. And we mitigated that now. So if we get a nice break of structure here, below this low here, with fair value gap, you know the drill. This is a nice short to continue the bearish trend. We are also getting into premium of this range now. I don't like too much that we have equals here, but they are still far away. And this was a nice inducement play here. So this is a protected high, or should be. And but this is also, you know, we have to wait how it sets up. If it comes here, I'm not gonna short it no matter the setup, because then we are getting too close to these equals. I don't have like having liquidity pools beyond my stop loss. But if it really gives a nice confirmation entry here, I'm willing to short this. Let's see if it sets up. Sorry guys. So the next one with stacked lows is British pound Australian dollar, GBP AUD. Look at this, it's just waiting to get spanked in my opinion. And look how this is supposed to be a strong demand here down here. But look what it's doing. Yes, it rejects, but look, there is no push out. Okay, what I don't like is that, well, you could say this is a push out now, so maybe it was just accumulating here, but this doesn't convince me to be super bullish, because it just stacked the lows here. It left liquidity here. If this would have swept and then make the push out, I would believe this thing more to be bullish. But like this, I don't know, man. So, but I don't like this push out also for shorts, because this is something that our take profit would be here, right? And this could send price away from our take profit. But what I would like to see maybe next week is this getting mitigated early. Maybe we put even another almost equal low in, and then we come up in some way. And this is why I have my alarm here. Look at this nice order block, swept an inducement, led to the push down. If we get our typical entry drill here, I'm willing to short this. But as you can see, this is also still a very young idea. A lot of price action has to happen for this to materialize, but it's something that I have on my watch list. Another possibility would also be have the mitigation. Sweep this as the final inducement. This is also a clean order block here, a nice entry, a nice area to short from. So depending what price tells us along the way, we could also maybe see something like this. Okay, so worth watching for sure, this pair. NCD CAD. This one is a little more tricky. If you look at the weekly, well, the weekly, we are in a bearish structure now because we broke this low, but we are also in this demand now. Why am I still looking to short this? Because I think we are coming for these lows. I see this as an inducement to get into this weekly order block here. So I think this could be a final target for later on. If you look at this on the 4 hour, this may be looking, might be looking bullish to you, but I don't like this, man. Look how aggressive we come down here. Look how aggressive we come down here and here and here. This is, yeah, it's kind of bullish, but it looks like a complex pullback to me into this area or this area. So we have the same place here, right? We have the inducement high, sweep, aggressive push below. Another inducement, sweep, aggressive push below. So for me, yes, it is kind of steep for a complex pullback, but it's still a choppy, complex pullback. And I expect this thing to give a short setup anytime soon. So once more, you know the drill. Hopefully we can tap into this little fair value gap here, sweep this as the final inducement. That would be nice. Get our entry below this low, choppy up, rejection, and there goes the short idea. Or alternatively, this could be the inducement. Price action has to tell us what the inducement is, and we can get our setup also here. So this is also two short possibilities. So yeah, I'm all into shorts this week, and the only setup that is really already close to an entry is this one on GBP, Euro GBP. Okay, so we have this liquidity pool down here that I think we will go for, because this can also be seen as a huge inducement, major inducement low to tap into, eventually tap into this fair value gap here on the weekly. I'm sorry. Look how clean this looks on the weekly. We sweep this weekly structure point. I have to make this a little bigger so you can see it. Okay, so this is a higher low, no, a lower high, and makes a lower low. So this is a structure point on the weekly, getting cleanly swept with a bearish close on the weekly. This is a beautiful. The only thing that I wanted to see to make this even more textbook is this just to be a little bit higher to tap into this fair value gap on the weekly here. That would be A+ star setup, but it's still a nice setup, because you see this is already making our entry drill here. We have the sweep on the 4 hour. So what happens next? We sweep this, we instantly reject. 3 weeks, okay? What do we do next? We break below the structure here. You see the break of structure with the fair value gap here. And we break also this structure, only with a wick for now. But what do we do next? Mitigate the imbalance, reject again, break lower. Again, this time with a close even, okay? This time we close below the previous structure point. Make another fair value gap. What do? We mitigate the area and sell off once more. Now we have equal lows here with this demand. So this demand is done, basically not doing its job. So what we can see is simply a little rejection. And off we go to at least mitigate this huge fair value gap here. So I think my thesis here is that we might still be bullish on this, okay? I don't care, but I think price has to come into this area here before it can find new buyers. I think we have to have this retracement now, or, which would also not be the first time, after each big bullish push, we break lower. Even if the momentum is counterintuitive, okay? We have the strong move down and it's more choppy, making lower lows, but this is what happens every time here. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if it does that again. And yeah, I think that's a very solid setup. Checks all the boxes for me. I would have loved to see this imbalance being tapped already. So if I'm early on that, so be it. But if it stops me out here and then gives another beautiful setup, I'm happy to try it again, because I think this is very confluenced with the high time frame and just very interesting in general. So yeah guys, if you see anything else, if you think, hey, why you didn't mark out this and that on another pair, just drop me in the comments and let's talk about it. So thanks for watching and take care guys.